Hey everyone, Gary here. I'm back. It's been a while since I made a video, and I guess I better talk about what I've been doing lately and sort of, where my spiritual path has taken me because I've gone a completely different direction from where I used to be, and it's kind of great because I now sort of have a focus. I'm now sort of practicing something that, is, familiar to me culturally, and, you know, I say too much, okay. So, right at this point in time, I'm living sort of on the US-Canada border. Well, I hope nobody takes that too literally, but yeah, I'm living, like where I'm living now, I'm pretty much on the other side, like it's pretty much, I could walk right into the US if I wanted to. So anyway, at this point, I'm not really practicing a lot of what I used to practice, as I mentioned in my videos. I'm sort of looking more at what I grew up with and the culture the culture that because I grew up with stuff like, stories of King Arthur and his knights and, Bible stories and that sort of stuff. I mean, I kind of, stopped practicing, Santeria and Palamayombe and Hinduism because these things they're not really part of my culture. It's a different sort of worldview than what I'm familiar with, and I kind of thought to myself, maybe I should practice. And I mean, I'm not really basing this on race, I mean, race and culture are two completely different things. I mean, your race isn't necessarily what will determine your culture. I mean, I'm 1/3 First Nations, but I'm not really culturally First Nations. I'm more, I think, a Westerner. Like I said, I grew up with stories of King Arthur and stories of, the Bible. So that's sort of what I'm basing my spirituality on at this point in time, is sort of, something more closer to home, something that speaks more, and something a little more focused instead of being in multiple paths. So at this point, I'm sort of practicing, I guess, a Welsh Christo-Druidry. So I'm pretty much Christo-pagan at this point, I guess. I mean, for me, Christianity is just as much a part of my heritage as, the pagan parts of it. So to me, to really throw out the Christian part, to me, is sort of ignoring a significant part of my heritage and sort of, for someone who, like, I kind of look at things holistically and I look at the sort of whole of everything. So to me, to really throw away Christianity is to really throw away the whole. So at this point, I'm looking more at Druidry, I'm looking more at Welsh mythology, the King Arthur cycle and all that sort of stuff. But I'm also sort of trying to blend it with the Christian cosmology. Obviously, I'm not really practicing a particularly orthodox form of Christianity. I mean, I just don't see that being possible in any way, shape, or form. I mean, I guess you could do it, but I imagine it to be incredibly hard. So my interpretation of Christianity is pretty pagan, very sort of heretical. I'm sort of looking more at like the Ophite sort of interpretation of Christianity, and so I'm kind of going from there. I mean, I'm not too sure what I'm doing with the Christian part of my practice just yet. So, I mean, I've got the pagan part pretty well focused, but I mean, otherwise, I don't really. At this point, I'm sort of just starting on my journey, so I'm kind of seeing where I go from here. But at this point, I'm looking at sticking to one path and sort of, digging myself a deeper well, so to speak, rather than going everywhere at once. And I think that's about it. I mean, don't want to ramble on too long. So, Gary signing off. Thank you for watching.